Sometimes the term influence could be misconstrued.
From this new album, which song do you think reflects your progression as a band the best?
Well, hopefully it's the whole record. You know, there's always a great concentration on not just, you know, writing one kind of single and then, you know, building up the rest around that. You know, there's a very great concern to make sure that all the songs are of equal quality, you know, at least the way we feel. And we've always, you know, written albums. As Daniel would say, you know, we're definitely an albums band, I think. So I think it's very hard to extract, you know, one song. Earlier today, I was doing an interview with Paul, and you know, his opinion or his perception is, you know, someone asked that, you know, we used Lights, we released Lights first, kind of leaked that song, and he felt that that was kind of an interesting, or kind of a clue as to, you know,
For what will come.
yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. That's his personal perception, but.
But in what element can we see the progression you've made with this album then, if it's not in one song?
I think it's, I mean, I feel like we've always had a natural sense progression in our songwriting and our instrumentation, you know. I think in general there's, it just, I feel like the way we were open for how we might write songs and the direction of the songs and what constitutes a song. I'm not really thinking, I don't know, just about being very, very open about new directions, new progressions, new sounds, not being like too much in a box that we just do this and we do that. There's a lot of new instrumentation, atmospheres. It's a pretty, for us it feels like it's a great progression from our previous records, you know?
Yeah, because that open mind for new sounds and yeah, new directions. Is that always been like this? Has it always felt like as on this album, that open-mindedness?
I think the first like two records, the first record, we've always been open-minded as far as we've always been open as far as what kind of music we can write. You know, we'll write anything that the four of us decided like we like this, great, that's it. We've never said, well, that's not Interpol. That doesn't sound like Interpol. That's never been a thing. Like, what is Interpol and how it should sound? If all of us decide that we like this and that's good enough. That's the way it's always been. But on the first two records, I think we were kind of careful. We didn't want to do too much that we couldn't do live. So like the first record is really like Interpol playing live at that time. It sounds just like it. The second record is it's a bit of a, it's still that same concept. Maybe there's a bit more sounds. The recording is a bit more, enhanced and experienced.
A little more time to record it.
A little more time to record it. Yeah. And then by the third record, I think we started opening up to not really worrying about what we, figuring, about in the writing process, what we can, about the notion that we only should worry about what we can play live. Let's just write the songs we want to write and find the, any of the instrumentation that suits us, and then we'll figure out how to play it live. And we did, and we have, and with this new batch of material, it's basically the same thing. It's now we're just kind of really thinking about how can we write the best songs, and with being open to any sort of new direction, atmosphere, soundscapes, just whatever works for the song, whatever makes us think that this is the best song we can write, let's just do it, and then we'll figure out how to play it live afterwards. So I think it's just kind of, we changed a little bit in that sense.